Thank you for confirming, students. Welcome to the new batch of Python. My name is Ritu, and this is batch 293. In case of any query, you can always contact our support team at support@logiclabstech.com. Okay, and if you want to proceed, first 5 sessions will be free. It is starting from today onwards, that is 10th April 2024, 7 p.m. onwards. Course fee is INR 4130 and duration of the course is 40 days. First 5 sessions will be free to attend, and on the 6th session, Zoom link will be shared to the registered participants only. Okay, so you cannot even shift the batch, no batch shifting will be there. So once you pay for the batch, you will get the recordings also, and you'll get the PDFs also, whatever you go through that. Okay, Logic Lab support team is available from Monday to Saturday in between 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. You can also note down their number. Note down their number for your support. Our website is www.logiclabtech.com. You can also join our Telegram group, Facebook page. You can also go to the YouTube channel, Instagram, and LinkedIn account. So all these are mentioned here. If you want to go ahead with that, you need to follow us. And please join our WhatsApp community group for the batch details. Shall we proceed? And if you want to contact me personally, in case of any query, if you want to contact me, you need to contact me, ritu.logiclabs. Please note down this, logiclabs@gmail.com. You can always mail me regarding the session. If you have any query, you can always mail me on my personal mail ID. Please note it down. And if you want to contact our support team, I have provided you the details. So let's proceed further. Till now, any questions, students? Any questions? Till now? No questions. Very good. And it will be better if you people keep on chatting with me. If you join me, it will be better if you respond. Then only I'll be able to know that are you able to understand me or not. Okay, keep responding. Let's make the batch very interesting. Let's proceed with the session. So, let's proceed. What is Python? First, we need to understand what actually the Python is. I wanted to know, have any one of you has gone through the Python earlier? No. Okay, very good. No problem. Okay, no problem. So you know that it is a programming language. You all know that this is a programming language. So what actually the Python is? Although we have what is the difference between Java, C++, C language, and Python? See, although they all are the programming languages, but if we talk about the Python, it is a general purpose, simple, platform independent, highly interpreted, and high level programming language. So what is this? This is a high level programming language, which is very easy to use. Just you need to follow the syntaxes. And what are the syntaxes? Syntaxes are the libraries, or we can say that in mathematics, like we have formulas, this is the same. So you need to follow the syntaxes. They have the very easy syntaxes which you follow. And if you'll not follow it, you will get the syntax error in that case. So it's easy to develop, simple, platform independent, highly integrated, and high level programming language. We are going to discuss about it, that how it is simple, why it is platform independent, why highly integrated and high level programming language. We will discuss about it. Now, when we are talking about the kind of applications which we can develop by using Python, there are a lot many. Even in the industry of mobile, if we talk about the automobile industry, even they people are using the Python for the sensors, right? If we go ahead, we can use this Python programming languages in the web application development, website development. As earlier we were using the Java, C language, C++. Now people are using Python. We can also use it for development of gaming applications and artificial intelligence, AI. If we want to proceed with the AI application, we need to have, if we want to go with machine learning and deep learning, etc., we need to have the knowledge of Python, right? Desktop GUI. Now, what is GUI? It is graphical user interface application. If you want to proceed with the image processing applications, we also need to go ahead with the Python. Text processing based applications, we can also, Python also helps us in text processing based applications. Now, if we want to run the business applications, it is helpful in that case. Also, audio and video based applications such as YouTube and all, web scraping, harvesting applications. If we want to proceed with the data visualization, we can develop such applications. Numerical and complex mathematical operations can also solve by going ahead with the Python. As I've told you, if you want to make your career in the software development industry, there also you need to have the knowledge of Python. Operation system installers, CAD and CAM applications, embedded applications, IoT-based applications, console-based application, as I've told you, automation of testing, animations of applications. You can be the data analysis and data analytics also with the help of by having the knowledge of Python. Computer vision, education programs, etc. We can proceed with. Even in the schools, in the colleges, they all are using the Python for better research. Let's go ahead now. Now let's start with the Python. Now, when we are starting about, till now we have come to know that what type of applications we can develop with the help of Python and what actually the Python is. But now I'm going to start with the Python. First of all, we are going to study about history of Python. Then we are going to study about the versions of Python, which MNCs are using, downloading process of Python software, and then Python programming is inspired from, and after that, we start discussing about the features, in which you will come to know why it is simple, why it is platform independent, how it is highly interpreted and high level also. So let's proceed it. Let's proceed with the history of Python. Students, when we talk about the Python, it is a general purpose programming language used in many application developments. Real-time applications we can develop with the help of Python. Python programming language was conceived in the year 1980. Like Rossum was the father of, Guido van Rossum was the father of Python programming language. He started working on Python in the year 1980. The Python programming language implemented in the year 1989. So it took 9 years to develop the Python programming language, but officially it was released on February 20, 1991. As I've told you, Python programming language was developed by Guido van Rossum. He is the father of Python programming language. Python programming language was developed at Centrum Wiskunde Informatica, that is CWI Institute in Netherlands. So it was developed in Netherlands and CWI Institute. Even when you'll go ahead with the, when you'll go ahead with the interviews, they can ask you these questions. ABC programming language is the predecessor of the Python programming language. Python programming language managed and maintained by a non-commercial organization, that is Python Software Foundation, PSF. Official website of Python Software Foundation is www.python.org, from where we can freely download it. Now, versions of Python. When we are talking about the versions of Python, we need to know that how many versions till now do we have. When we are talking about Python, Python has 3 versions till now, 3 main versions. Like one is Python 1.x, 2.x, and 3.x. Let's go ahead and let me show you. Let's go ahead and let me show you. If we talk about the 1.x, if we talk about the 1.x, in there, 1 is the major version and x represents the minor version. Like 1.x, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4. After point, whatever we have, it represents the minor version, and 1 was the major version earlier. But now it is outdated. So Python programming does not support the backward compatibility. So right now, if we want to go ahead with, we need to go ahead with Python 3.12, which is the latest version of Python software. Okay. Although Python, some of the industries, some of the companies are using the Python 2.x also, 2.1, 2.2, till 7. They are using that. But if we talk about the Python latest version, that is 3.12. So I request you to download it. Python 3.12.3 is going on. Let me show you how to download it. How to download it. Just go to Chrome. Just go to Chrome and go to the official website, that is www.python.org. Go to that. Once you go to it, you will get such screen. You get such screen. Here we have the about, downloads, documentation, community, success stories, news and events. Here you need to go to downloads and all releases we can see, source code, Windows, Mac OS, other platform license, and let me show you all releases. See, active version, it says 3.13 is pre-release. It is going to release on 10th of, it was planned, but it will be released. It will be released on 1st October 2024. Now, about the releases, earlier releases. If we want to go ahead with, let me show you. We can see all the versions here, 3.7 and the older version also, which are in use right now, 2.7.6, 2.5, 2.4, 2.2, 2.1, right? So, but I request you all to download the latest version, that is download 3.12.3. Let's go to it. You just need to click on this and Python will start down. Once you download it, it is already there. It will ask you to go ahead with the install function. You need to install it. You need to install it. And there you get the pip tool. Click on all and click OK. Click on all and click OK. Then you will be able to download it. In case you will get any Any problem, you can always mail me and ask me if you face any problem. Now, let's go ahead. Is this clear till here? From where to download the Python? Once you download the Python, you'll get such screen. You'll get such screen. Very good. Once you get the screen, here you have the option. Click on this. You will get to the property. Go through the properties. You can adjust the font and size of the font according to your need. Okay, I have set it to 28. This is it. Just go through it and you'll be able to set it. What is the difference between versions? So when we are talking about the versions, the outdated versions or the last versions are not, they made the changes. You know, every version has some changes in that. Some some of the programs cannot be run by using the older version. Even some of the companies are using that. Some of the predefined functions, if we talk about it, are not working in the Python software, the earlier versions like Python 2.x, 2.11, 2.12. We won't be able to run that. But some of the new releases have all the syntaxes and they have the pip installed. Please don't forget, you need to install the pip also. Yes, I wanted to tell you. You need to install the pip also while installing the Python. It's given there, so don't forget to install it. Is this clear? Is this clear? If we talk about the minor versions, they make the minor changes. The minor changes. If we talk about the major version, we have 3.12. 12 is the latest. Clear? Okay, how do we install pip? See, when you start installing Python on the Windows, there you will get the option of install and they will give you the options. There you need to click on pip also. Pip also, don't forget to click on pip. Once you click on pip, you will be able to download it in the Python software. Yes, let's proceed. Now 3.12.3 is the latest version, so you need to download that. Now let's proceed with the features. Any questions till now do you have? You can ask me. Any question regarding the downloading process? No. So let's get back. As I've told you, very good. Very good. Let's get back and let's discuss. It was conceived in year 1980, implemented. It was brought into action in 1991, February 20. Okay, and if we talk about, it was developed by the Guido van Rossum, who is the father of Python software. It was developed at CWI, Centrum Wiskunde Informatica in Netherlands. And now, who is taking care of it? Python Software Foundation. It is making the changes. Now let's proceed with the features. Now, when we are talking about features, features are nothing but the services or facilities provided by the language developer. Okay, for developing the real-time applications. And if we talk about the Python, it has the 11 features, which we are going to discuss in our session. So let's proceed with the first feature. The features which we have is simple, freeware and open source, platform independent language. It is a dynamically programming language, interpreted programming language, high level programming language. Please, can I get the recording? Francis is saying that, can I get the recording emailed to me at the end of the class? you will get the YouTube link. You need to join our WhatsApp community group. You will get the recording at the YouTube also. First 3 days recording will be uploaded there, so you can go through that as well. Okay, and in case you want an email, you need to contact our support team. No problem. Okay. As I've told you that it is simple, freeware and open source, platform independent language, dynamically typed, is live training free? Students wanted to ask me, is live training free? Students, you need to pay the fee. As I've told you, 4130 is the fee. First 5 sessions will be free. They will be the demo sessions for you. After that, you need to make the payment. Payment link will be changed. The Zoom link will be changed, sorry. Okay, fine. Anything else? Anybody else wants to ask me any question? Or shall I proceed? Okay, let's proceed. So as I've told you, this is the interpreted programming language, robust, extensible, embedded, both functional and object-oriented programming language. And it also supports third-party APIs, that is application programming interface, such as NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, SciPy, Scikit, Caret, Series, etc. Gitesh, it is out already downloaded in my system. It is already downloaded in my system. You just need to click on, see, what you need to do is just go to the Python, start downloading it. You'll get the option, install pip tools and all. You need to click on all of them. You'll be able to download it. If I try to go ahead with that, you won't be, everything will be messed up in my system. It's already there. Okay. It is both functional and object-oriented programming language. It also supports the third-party APIs, that is NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, SciPy, Scikit, Keras, Cven, etc. And Python's language is inspired from 4 different programming languages. It has learned functional programming from C, object-oriented programming from C++, modular programming language from Modulo 3, scripted programming language from Perl. Okay, so it is inspired from the 4 different programming languages. Now, as we are going to proceed with the features, these are all are the features we are going to talk about. Today, we are going to discuss about the 4 features. First is simple. Why it is known as the simple programming language? See, Python is one of the simple programming language because of the 3 technical features. Now, what are those? Python provides the rich set of APIs. Means they have the rich set of APIs. APIs means, as I've told you, application programming interface. They have rich set of libraries so that the Python programmers can reuse the predefined code without writing our own code. So Python applications are easy to develop because their code can be reused. Now, what is API? As I told you, that API means application programming interface. APIs are the collection of modules. So students, this is something very important. You need to remember this if you want to proceed with Python. That API is a collection of modules and module is a collection of functions, variables, classes. Okay. APIs is a collection of modules and module is a collection of functions, variables, and classes. Like we have the calendar, math, CMake, OS module, remodule, random module. We are going to discuss all these modules with the class. So Second factor is Python programming has the garbage collector facility. Now, what is a garbage collector? Garbage collector will come and remove the unused memory space, which helps in performance of Python-based applications. Like Python programming provides the garbage collector facility. Now, what is that? What does it do? Like the memory which is unused, okay, it will remove that, which helps in its performance. So garbage collector takes care about the automatic memory management. Python programming provides user-friendly syntaxes. As I've told you, what are the syntaxes? Syntaxes are equivalent to the formula. So that the Python programmers can develop the error-free programs in limited span of time. So these are the features. These are the three features. First is rich set of APIs. Second is garbage collector facility and user-friendly syntaxes. That is why it is known as the simple programming language. Now let's proceed with the platform independent language. Why it is known to be a platform independent language? In platform independent language, data types memory remains same on all types of OS. In effective platform independent language. Now, what is OSR? Students, tell me. All of you know what is OSR? Tell me, I need an answer from your side. Students, very good. Only one student know? Operating system. Right. Operating system. Students, if you're facing any issues, you need to raise your hand or you can just ask me any question at the time of like we are proceeding with the session and you can ask me in the chat box also. So OSS means operating system. Please remember whether you are from the uh, software industry or not, whether you are a programmer or not. If you want to proceed with the Python, you can proceed. It is very easy, but you need to attend all the sessions. Okay? Whether you're from the programming background or not, you can proceed with the Python because it's very easy to develop. You need to go through all the sessions and please you need to practice all the days. Every time you practice, you will be able to learn more. Okay. So it is because its data type memory remains same on all types of OSS. I think you are not able to hear me. Vinayak, if you want to see, you are mute from my side. If you want to ask me the question, you need to raise your hand. Raise your hand. You need to raise your hand. Once you raise, I'll unmute you, then only you'll be able to. Then I'll be able to hear you, okay? Okay, Vinayak wanted to ask me the question. Yes, please unmute yourself. Vinayak, unmute yourself. Am I audible to you? Please respond. Vinayak, I'm waiting for your response. I'm asking to Vinayak. He has raised up his hand. I have unmute. He has unmute himself, but he is not. You're not audible to me, Vinayak. Okay, no problem. In case you want to talk to me again, please raise your hand again. Raghu, please unmute yourself.
Hey, hi, Raghu this side. Can you
Yes,
able to hear?
yes. Welcome to the new batch of Python. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for that. Okay, I have a question on the course part.
Mhm.
So after this course, so where we will be like, is it like a beginner level or intermediate level or advanced level of Python?
See, from the beginning, we are starting the batch from the if you are a beginner, this is a batch from beginning to advanced, right? So you can go through the advanced level. We'll be going till advanced level. In the 40 days, we are going to learn from the starting. We are going to start from the small level. Like students who are new to the Python, they are not aware of the programming language also. Like they can also proceed with this one. Once they'll proceed, they can go to the advanced level and they'll get the certificate of that and will able to get the job as a programmer anywhere. It totally depends on you if you want to practice. If you'll practice, you will be able to get the job easily.
Okay, makes sense. So within this course, we can able to extend our knowledge to the advanced level, right?
Yes, yes. We are going
Okay,
to
yeah,
beginning
yeah.
till advanced. Okay?
Okay,
Beginning to advanced. Okay, fine.
okay, thank you. And I pasted one more question before this. So, couple of slides before you spoke about versions, right?
What?
Like 3.1, 2.2, like so
Yes,
Python versions you
the
talked about.
versions, right?
So, yeah. So how frequently this group means the Python respective group
See,
who is working
after
on R&D will
see, sorry to interrupt you, but after every 1 year, it upgrades. You know, like 3.12 was there in year 21, in year 22, 21 to 20. In 22, they started in 3.11. After that, now they have 3.12. Now they are making the minor changes. They are making the minor changes like 3.12.3. So that is there. Earlier we have, in the last batch, we have 3.12.2. The minor changes they are making, but the major change will take place after a 1 year. It's the pre-release date is 1 October 2024, 1st October, right? So they
yes,
usually change after an year.
makes sense. And we can extend the same topic with one more question.
Yeah.
So how do we figure out the differences between the version to version?
You'll come to know. You'll come to know. When we'll proceed with the session, we'll go through like after the 11th or 12th day, you'll come to know that what are the changes they made. Even we need to upgrade this every time.
Okay, okay,
Okay, even we
makes
are
sense.
upgrading,
Yeah,
so you will come to know about it.
yeah, makes sense. Thank you.
No problem.
I'm done for mine.
Okay, some of more of the students want to talk to me. Just a second. Yes. Just a second, students. I am a beginner, have no idea. Will changes in version result changes in concept? No, Smith. It will not change the concept. Don't you worry about it. Okay. And once students wanted to ask me the question, Shiv Prasad. Vinayak, you want to talk to me again? First of all, let me unmute the Shiv Prasad. Siva Prasad. Okay. Siva Prasad, please
Uh,
unmute.
Hi Ritu. So am I audible?
Yes, you are. And welcome to the new batch of Python.
Yeah, thank you. So my question is like in earlier slide you mentioned that there is no backward compatibility. So is it applicable for only the first
One.
version, or it is
First
with
version.
all?
First version.
Okay.
It is outdated nowadays, so we cannot work on
Mhm.
that. Some of the changes have taken place. Of course, every year they're making the changes. So some of the upgradations are taking place. So we need to take care of this. So I always recommend you to go ahead with the newer version, so that once you learn the newer version, you'll be able to work on the outdated version as well. Like if you want to proceed with it
Okay.
to a second version, you can proceed with that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Anything else?
Yeah.
No problem. Thank you. Just hold for a second, students. Yes, now Vinayak wants to talk to me. Okay, Vinayak, please unmute yourself and tell me.
Oh, I just wanted to know, can you hear me now?
Yes, yes, yes. Now you're audible, Vinayak.
Okay, okay.
Yes. welcome to the new batch. Tell me, what do you want to ask?
No, I didn't want to ask. I just wanted to be sure that okay, for a few minutes ago, you were actually asking, are you able to hear me? Are you able to hear me? So I was saying yes.
Okay,
Yes, yes.
okay. You need to answer me in the chat box only. At that time,
Okay.
you need to answer me in the chat box. And if you want to ask me the question, you need to raise your hand. I'll ask you to unmute yourself. Then you'll unmute, and then you'll be able to ask me the
Okay.
question.
Okay.
Okay. Fine. Anything else? No.
No, nothing.
Okay.
Nothing from my side at the moment.
No
We
problem.
can continue.
Yes. Thank you. Okay. One last question. Okay. Smith wants to ask. Will this training also be project based? I know you are training from start. Okay. So yes, you will get the projects. Yes. Okay. And I'll provide you the programs also for practicing. I'll be providing you the programs also for practicing for the everyday practice. But before that, you need to clear the basics, which we are going to clear from the first year onwards. Okay. No problems. Okay. Anybody else wants to ask me anything? Okay. So let's talk about platform independent language. We were discussing about platform independent. Platform independent language. Okay. Just a second, students. Someone is asking the question. Ma'am, after completing the whole course, will you provide the course completion certificate? Yes, we do provide the course completion certificate also, and we'll provide you the interview questions also. So that will be helpful. No problem. Raghu wants to ask me something. Okay, Raghu. Please unmute yourself.
Yes. Can you able to hear me?
Yes, yes.
The last slide we have gone through the features Python. In that it was interpreted language, right?
Which language? I'm sorry, I didn't get you.
Python is interpreted, right?
Interpreted language, right.
Yeah. So when compared to compilation and interpretation, but interpretation will take more time, right? Because it will go line by line of code. So
See,
it will impact. It may impact CPU, but I would like to ask how it become a powerful programming language in all the areas, either in data engineering or in analytics.
I know, Raghu, you are quite excited to know all these questions, but we have started with the features now. Okay. So we will discuss
Okay.
about it. Don't you worry about it. We'll discuss about all the features, like whatever we have discussed here, like interpreted programming language, highly interpreted programming, how it is highly interpreted, and why it is robust. Why it is robust. I'll tell you each and everything. Each and everything.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Makes sense.
Don't you worry.
Yeah, then fine.
Okay. Yes. Smith. So after the training, are we going to have that standard to be a Python developer? I don't know if you understand my questions. Yes, I'm understanding your question, Smith. See, it totally depends on your practice. I'll be providing you the programming language. It is a programming language, so you will be a programmer. You will be the Python developer. It totally depends on your practice. You need to attend each and every session. If you won't be able to somehow you won't be able to attend the session, any session, in that case, what you need to do is you need to go through the recording and keep practicing. As the session is from Monday to Friday, you have the Saturdays and Sundays also for your practice, students. Please take care of that. Don't forget. Anything else I can help you with, Smith? Okay, fine. Let's proceed. Shall we proceed now? platform independent language. In platform independent language, data type memory remains same on all types of OSs. In effective platform independent language, all types of values, please remember that all types of values will be stored in the form of objects and they can store unlimited amount of space. If we store, everything is stored in the form of objects, and that is the only reason we can store the unlimited amount of stuff. Like Java object contains size restricted. Java object contains size restricted. If we talk about the Python objects, they have the unlimited size and unlimited values can be stored inside. Okay, so in Python, all the values are stored in the form of objects. Although in Java also they are stored in the form of objects only, but it is size restricted. That is the only reason it is known as platform independent language. Now, freeware and open source. Why it is known as freeware? It is said to be freeware because it can be easily downloaded from its official website. Or it can be easily and freely downloaded from its official website, that is www.python.org. You can freely download it. Open source, the standard name of Python is CPython. Okay, so some of the company vendors changed, they use the customized versions of the Pythons and they change according to the distributors, they are changing it. Like I wanted to show you that the companies who are running the Java-based applications, they are going ahead. They are going with the JPython or Jython. Now, if we want to run the C#.NET applications, we need to go ahead with the IronPython or IPython. MicroPython used to develop the microcontrollers. Anaconda Python used to develop the used to run the Hadoop applications. Hadoop means big data applications. So every distributor is changing their names according to their use, right? Such types of customized versions of Python are called the distributions of Python. So as I've told you that customized versions is CPython was a standard name of Python. Like everything we stored, whatever we stored in the Python software, we need to store every program with a .py extension. But when the internal process takes place, I'll tell you what is an internal process. The compilation process takes place. At that time, it converted to .pyc. Okay, .pyc. So that is an internal process. We'll discuss about it. Right now, we are discussing about it. So some of the distributions of Pythons are JPython, IronPython, MicroPython, RubyPython, and Anaconda. Now, it is a dynamically typed programming language. Now, what is the difference between static type programming language and dynamically typed programming language? We have two types of languages, static type and dynamically typed. And Python is a dynamically typed programming language. Static type programming language, if we talk about, we need to make the declaration. Like in Java, we need to make declaration. Like, let me show you. Like here, if I'm writing A is equal to 10, B is equal to 2.5. Now, if I wanted to know what type of data it is, type of A. See, this is 10, class int. This is a integer class. Means that we need not to mention that what type of language it is. See, we need not to mention. In the static type language, we need to mention it. Static type programming language, this declaration is mandatory. Int ABC. This is a integer type and this is a variable. So declaration is mandatory. But when we are talking about the Python, declaration is not there. It will, see, if I'm writing print B, type of B. Now, what type of class it is, we come to know. This is the class. float. Now if I write C is equal to A plus C, and I wanted to know print C, type of C. Now it is a float chart. So it is not mandatory for us. It is declaration is not mandatory. Clear? Declaration is not mandatory in the dynamically typed programming language. See, in these programming languages, programmers need not to specify the data types of the variable, so that the data type of the variable decided by the Python execution environment-based value assigned by the program. Okay, and whatever we are storing is stored in the form of objects. So as I've told you, this is a class int, this is a class float, and I have given you the example also. Now, if we talk about the dynamically typed, just a second, Raghu, I'll answer you. Just hold for a minute. Now, static type, in this, programmer need to define a variable with the data type. Otherwise, we'll get the compile thing. Okay? Okay. Now, Raghu wants to ask me the questions. Yes, Raghu, please unmute yourself.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, the same question I think you have got almost. Because whatever we mentioned, those are static variables. So we are mentioning the
That is
data
not
there.
static type. That is not
Yeah.
static type. That is a dynamically type. Python is a dynamically type. We need not to make the declaration. Here, like in Java, we need to declare that this is an integer type, this is a float type. We need to mention it. Otherwise, we'll get the compile time error. Okay.
Okay.
Programmer
Let me
need to
okay.
define a variable with
So
data type.
now let me keep A equals to B. So B will be retrieved from some file or somewhere else. So based on the data, it will decide itself the declaration, right?
Declaration
Is my
itself
understanding
will
correct?
come. Yes, it will automatically come. The declaration automatically comes. We need not to declare.
Okay. Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense.
Okay.
Thanks.
Clear?
Yes. Fine.
Fine. Thank you. Now, after this, all the values in Python program are stored in the form of object. As we have already discussed, do you want to ask me any question? Or shall we proceed? Let me go ahead with one more example of dynamically typed, like A is equal to 12.5. Now, if I'm writing print A, type of A, this is a class float. Now, I'm writing B is equal to 23. Now, print B, type of B. This is a class name. So we are not declaring. We are not declaring it. That is why it is known, it is said to be the dynamically programming language, because we need not to describe the variable. We need not to specify the data of the variable. Let's proceed. Interpreted programming language. Interpreted. Now that one of the students asked me, it is known to be interpreted programming language because of its compilation and execution process. Can we allocate new value to a variable or delete old values for it? No, we cannot. We cannot. If you want to go ahead, you need to write the program. While using the program, you need to make the changes. Wherever we are writing the program, you need to make the changes there. But if you want to make the changes here in this, you won't be able. Okay, Gitesh? You need to rewrite it. Okay. Okay. When we develop any Python program, we save the file with an extension .payload. I've told you file name .payload. Now, when we execute the Python program, two processes take place internally. One is the compilation process, and second is the execution process. Now, what is the difference between compilation process and execution process? Let's talk about it. Compilation process. In the compilation process, the Python source code submitted to the Python compiler. It reads the source code, check for the errors by verifying the access, and no error found, then the Python compiler converts it into the intermediate code called byte with an extension that is .py. And if it founds the error in the source code, then that error will be displayed on the console. Let me show you. Let me show you. We have saved one file with the sum.py extension, right? Sum.py. Now, this is the source code. Then the compilation process takes place. It will check, it will read the source code line by line and check for the error. If the error found, then that error will be displayed on the console. If no error will found, this is the interpretation process, then it will save in the form of sum.pyc. This is an intermediate code. Please remember, this is a intermediate code, that is a byte. And after that, the execution process will take place. Now, what is an execution process? PVM reads the Python intermediate code line by line and converts it into the machine understandable code. Machine understandable code, that is binary code, and it is read by the OS and processor and finally goes to the machine. Right? Now, what is PVM? PVM is a Python virtual machine. PVM is one of the program in Python software whose role is to read line by line of bytecode and convert it into the machine understandable code, executable or binary. Right? So hence in Python execution, compilation process and execution process is taking place line by line conversion, and it is one of the interpretation based programming language. Is this clear? Now in the execution process, it reads it, it will convert it into the machine understandable code and gives the result. PVM reads line by line of bytecode and converts it into the machine understandable format, that is a binary code, which is read by the OS and gives the result. Is this clear to all of you? One of the students asked me, I think Raghu only asked me this question. Okay, Smith wanted to ask me the question. Yes, Smith, please unmute yourself.
So my question is, after this execution phase, which the PVN has done the interpretation, it goes to a binary code. So what's the byproduct for that? Because for example, I'm just thinking loud because for if you are doing a Java application, we're trying to build a Java application, the end product is either a Java file or a WAR file. So when we do this, what's the end product for this binary execution?
See, that is the internal process. Once you want to see that is the internal process. Once you get the code, once you get the result on the console, that is understandable by the end user. That is understandable by the end user. So you need not to go ahead with that. Don't you worry. This is a total internal process. This is known as
internal process. Okay.
Right. Whatever code we'll save it by the source code, that is .py extension. That's it.
Okay.
This is the internal code. But you should be aware what is the compilation and what is the execution process. Okay.
Right. Thank you.
No problem. Okay. Anyone else wants to ask me the question? Okay. So what is PVM? It is a Python virtual machine. Okay. It is one of the program in Python software whose role is to read line by line of bytecode and convert it into the machine understandable code. But we will get the output in the end user can understand it. Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead. So interpreted programming language is here. So that's it. That's it. So we are done with the session today. Any questions do we have right now? You can ask me. Any questions if you have, you can ask me right now. No questions. No questions. No problem, students. If you have no questions. The paid candidates will take the recording. Paid candidates will take the recording. Anything else? Nothing. Since you have no questions, I'm going to wind up the session now. We'll see you tomorrow, same time. So please don't forget to join the session at 7 p.m. sharp. That is in IST, Indian Standard Time. 7 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Thank you so much. And we'll see you tomorrow. If you have any questions, as I've given you my personal mail ID also, you can drop me the mail. Thank you, students. Till then, take care of yourself. See you tomorrow. Have a nice day. Goodbye.